Look at this. Supportive acts for incarcerated people and persons. Well, the first thing we need to do is treatment for people that are self-harming. You know, when somebody tries to commit suicide, we don't throw them in jail for it. So what are we doing with addicts? Anyway, when someone's using drugs, it's a mental illness or disease. We don't throw people in prison for mental disease or illness. There's a lot of different things. It's pretty simple. What we should do is, decriminalize drugs in the whole. Marijuana should be legal pretty much everywhere. Go green, baby. And we should all be able to drive unless you have 10 DUIs or you hurt somebody or drive crazy or something, unless you really earned it. You really got to earn it. Not, oh, you lost your license because you can't pay. Or even pay a fine or whatever. Just tired of all that, and not hold a giant sign on the freeway on the internet saying that you do drugs or have done drugs or will do drugs or whatever. Stop allowing people to see everything on the internet on people's backgrounds. Also, publicizing shit on the newspaper is probably not the best before trial, maybe after, but not before. And you want me to keep going because it just makes you sick to your stomach on what's really going on here with our judicial system. And the best idea is to have a co-ed living facility with a fence around it where people can go there and visit them, and they learn how to live sober in a healthy environment with meetings and groups. You got cars to give them a ride, to give them around. You're basically babysitting, taking care of them. And it would be like, it would be like an apartment building or complex that you would use. And it would be a halfway house kind of, but it wouldn't be really a halfway house because you'd have your own apartment building and people could live there. And the police would have or the police or treatment department would have cameras inside your living room, kitchen, and probably not your bedroom or bathroom. But they would be able to see and be very aware, be able to look through your garbage, see what's going on, make sure that everything's going correctly, learn how to live sober. And this would be all by choice because only you want to change the quality of your life. And now drugs have been decriminalized and we're not locking people up and putting them away for self-harm or using drugs because they're creatures. We're all creatures. And we got to learn how to use love to harness that ability to change. Unless you got a lot of shit on you, you should not go to jail. And I mean a lot of shit on you. And if you're looking at going to prison, you shouldn't go to prison for a relapse. They tell you they're going to relapse. Just because you're using drugs, you should not go to prison. You shouldn't go to prison just because you miss a couple of meetings because shit happens. Look at it, it's snowing. I have no car. No one will give me a ride. What the fuck? You shouldn't go to jail because you have a relapse either, unless it becomes life-threatening or if your family's really worried and you got to get your shit together a little bit, then yes. You shouldn't. You should be more willing to do your homework on people and check up on them and see what kind of person they really are. You need to test them. You need to put more jobs and more staff and more money into our people is how you make America great again. That's what you guys have to do. You guys have to put more money into our people. We got all this money coming in. Why don't you create a bunch of jobs for treatments and build recovery houses, decriminalize it so it's not so exciting, so people that aren't wanted, that do want to be wanted. There's just so many things that we could do in the right way. We've seen it across the world. Switzerland's doing it right. Their family comes and visits them while they're in prison. Recidivism rates down. Things are just completely correct there. And, Oregon is the land of the free now. Everyone move to Oregon. That sounds like America now. America sounds like we're incarcerating our people and promoting divorce is really what we're doing in broken homes. And it's just sad. It's just sad. And once you get to be a second-class citizen, you're stuck to be a second-class citizen. I am a second-class citizen. What is a second-class citizen? A second-class citizen is a person who there's people that use and don't use. And me, I was given drugs by a doctor, so I guess I use. I was born to be second-class. And I'm going to tell you this right now. It is very real, and it is very, very America. We don't get to have our I'm a second class citizen. I get zero communication with my kids. And even if I go to court and try, they tell me it's going to go back in the system. And do you really want your kid to go back into the system? And then my baby mama calls me. He's like, oh, you really want him to go back to jail? Because all North Dakota's done is put us in jail. And I don't know what to say about that. North Dakota can do a lot more for its people. And I know there's some good in North Dakota. You just got to look for it. And the good is outside because it is beautiful out here. And they do mean well and they do mean right. And they are good to good people here. And North Dakota will be the nicest people you ever meet. But it's like, kind of two-facey. Everyone's two-facey around here, really. Anyway, supportive acts. I ain't got nothing bad to say about nobody. And all I want to say is that as an incarcerated person that just got, it's in and out of the system, I feel like it's all set up to fail. We're set up to fail. We're set up to go back in. We're set up to lose. We're set up to be a failure. There is no way that anybody in their right mind could pay $70 a week and then do all that. And just like, it's just completely ridiculous what my life brings upon myself and the choices I make. And, oh, if you do this, you'll go to prison. It's like you're Catholic or something. If you don't do this, you're going to go to hell. Like, it's like, come on, man, that's not going to work. What you're going to have to do is say, hey, I'll work with you. Let's get your license. Let's get you into treatment. You really want the help? Okay, let me help you. And remember, drugs are going to be decriminalized because of Oregon, America. Where is it? In Oregon, I guess. Let's get there. Bazinga. Anyway, I don't know.